To access your service from the main web page, select your account on the top right hand corner, and then from the drop down menu, select My Services. When you're on the next page, go ahead and find your server in your list and then select the web interface for your server. Now, before you can make any changes, you need to turn off the server because Nitrado does not allow you to modify the server whilst it is running. Once the server is offline, open the settings section on the left hand side and select CurseForge Mods. This page is where all the server-side mods are installed and managed. From here, scroll down and then search for the mods you want to add to your server. When you find one, just click it and it will automatically be added to your mods list above. Now on that very same screen, you'll also see that the total storage space for your selected mods will appear as well. For example, my server currently has a 30GB limit, and that is because I allow PlayStation players to join my server. However, if I make this a Steam only server, for example, I can have a lot more mods on my server. More mods also means longer loading times for players, especially if multiple mods require an update. Additionally, you'll notice that some mods are restricted by platform. A good example of this is the DA Note navigation, which shows up for Steam servers only. But the moment you switch your server to say crossplay, this mod disappears because it's a Steam exclusive. Once you've selected your mods, click Save Changes, and then after the changes finish saving, you can go ahead and turn on your server just like I'm doing right now. But before you do that, I recommend sticking around because in a moment I'm going to cover some important tips and tricks that will make your life a lot easier and save you a lot of headaches in the long run. Mods fall into two categories: server-side mods and client-side cosmetic mods. Server-side mods are the ones that you install directly onto your server and they actively change your gameplay. These include overhaul mods like Primal Nemesis, maps like Necrotic Dominion, creature mods like the Sulfur Titan, and quality of life upgrades like spyglasses or visual storage. Anytime a mod affects gameplay, adds new structures, creatures, or a map itself, it will belong in this category and will appear when you are searching for them on the mod page. The second category is the custom cosmetics, also known as client-side mods. These mods do not install on the server itself, instead they are installed locally on your own device. These mods add purely visual content such as character skins, armor skins, building skins, and decorative pieces. These include mods like Astral Premium, MSVV Viking skins, and Castle Craft structure skins. Now when you join your server, your cosmetics will appear under the Cosmetic tab in your inventory, although it may take some time for these to load, especially if the mod packs are quite large. Now there are two important limitations with client-side mods, and they are if other players do not have the cosmetic mod installed, they will not see the skins or decorations you place. Secondly, if the server has custom cosmetics disabled in the general settings section, or the cosmetic mod is not on Wildcard's official whitelist, the skins will not appear in the list even if installed. However, since you're running your own server, you can actually manually disable the official cosmetic whitelist through the Gameusersetting.ini file. Now, I'll show you exactly how to access this file later in the video, but for now, the setting is called CosmeticWhitelistOverride =, and that has to be added under the server settings header. Once you add the configuration line, which I'll include in the video's description, your cosmetic library opens up from a small approved list to a full range of client-side cosmetics. Just be aware the whitelist only disables if the line is added correctly. A single typo, a duplicated entry, or placing the setting under the wrong header will prevent it from working. Now let's talk about paid mods. There are two types. Paid mod maps like Lost City require every player on your server to own the mod before they can join the server. This can put financial pressure on your community though. The second type of paid mod is freemium mods. Now you do not need to own these mods to join the server, but certain features are locked unless the player buys the premium version. It's like the Fantastic Tames. You might see a modded creature wandering around, but unless you own the mod, you can't tame or use it. For more information on how the freemium mod interacts with your server, please refer to the mod page. Speaking of map mods, there's a process to actually installing it. Firstly, you want to ensure the map mod itself is the first item in the mod list, and then with those changes saved, head over to the left hand side and select General from the Settings drop down menu. From here you need to scroll down and then select the map name option, and then in that drop down menu you need to select Custom. After that, you need to enter the map name into the Custom Map Name option. In general, you can locate the map mod name on the official CurseForge website. Once you have the name, you can add it to the setting and then press Save Changes, and then you can go ahead and restart your server. However, some mod pages, such as Survive the Night, do not list the map name. So a solution is to load up Ark and find a server running the mod, where you'll find the name of the mod in the server list. Mod load order is one of the most overlooked parts of adding mods, yet it's also one of the biggest reasons servers crash or have rollbacks. The server reads your mods from left to right and top to bottom, and if something sits in the wrong position, it can override files it shouldn't or fail to load its content. On the screen right now, you're going to see an example of a clean mod load order. The mod map is the first entry, and then the overhaul mod is the second mod, and then all other mods such as building mods, creature mods, or quality of life mods come on afterward. This matters because the map needs to load first, then the overhaul sets the rules for the second, and then every other mod just adds features on top of that foundation, and so it doesn't matter where those ones go. A good mod load order won't fix incompatible mods, but it will prevent a huge number of headaches and give your server the best chance of running smoothly. That said, not all mods play nicely together. When two or more mods conflict, your server becomes more likely to crash, and your players may crash constantly as well. There's no universal list of incompatible mods because every setup is different, so your best defense is to read the description of every mod, as a lot of authors include warnings about known conflicts or load order requirement. For example, when I hosted a Primal Nemesis playthrough, the server crashed every time we killed a boss, and rolled back about 4 hours each time. After some trial and error, we found the issue was the Dino Finder was conflicting with Primal Nemesis, and after removing the Dino Finder mod, we were able to actually beat the bosses on Primal Nemesis and then eventually complete the overhaul mod. Now, the simplest way to track down a problem mod is to remove one mod at a time and then restart the server until the crashes stop. It's slow, but it works. Just keep in mind that when you remove a mod, everything tied to that mod, such as the engrams, the structures, the creatures, and any other content is deleted from the map permanently. Even if you reinstall the mod later, that data is gone for good. Now, you can fix a bad mod load order without uninstalling and reinstalling all the mods. If you need to move your map to the top of the list, for example, then the process is simple. First, copy your entire mod list from the active mod section, and then paste it in a notepad file. Then find the mod ID, cut it out, and then paste it at the very start of the list. And then once that's done, copy the updated list and put it into the Nitrado website, save your changes, and then the new load order will be applied. And as you can see, it'll be fixed. And now I can go ahead and restart my server. Now, normally mods will update when the server is restarted, but sometimes you need a full reinstall to sort things out. On the CurseForge mods page, there is a toggle called Restart Mod folder on next server restart. Turn it on, save your changes, and then restart your server. Just keep in mind that Nitrado only lets you use this option once every 24 hours. If you're an in-game admin and don't have access to the Nitrado server, you can use the command cheat re-download mods on server restart, which forces the server to re-download all the mods on the next server restart. Now, from my own testing, this doesn't seem to be affected by that 24-hour limit, but I can't confirm that officially, so just be a bit cautious with this. Different mods handle configurations in different ways, so knowing where and how to make changes will save you a lot of confusion. Some mods like B+ let you change settings directly in-game. To do that, you just need to be logged in as an admin, open up your inventory, and you'll see that B+ settings menu, and then you can go ahead and adjust everything to your liking. The best part is that once you've made all your changes, they'll take effect instantly, so no need for a server restart. Other mods require you to customize their behavior through the configuration files, also known as the ini files. To access these files, go to the left-hand side under the Settings tab, and then select the config files from the drop-down list. This will bring you to the game.ini page, which is useful for creature edits or loot drop changes. But to make all the other edits that we need to make, we need to access the game user settings. So simply select where it says game.ini and choose game user in the drop-down menu. Now, mod pages or Discord servers provide a base configuration template that you can copy and paste into your Gameusersetting.ini. Once you have the template, a good practice is to place all the mod configs directly under the main server settings section. This keeps everything organized and actually makes sure that the settings will take effect, because any settings in the wrong section or under the incorrect header will prevent them from working. From here, you can customize the mod to behave exactly how you want it. For example, with the boss arena mod, you can reduce or remove the boss cooldowns, you can increase the amount of players there are, you can edit what creatures are allowed in the boss battle, and so much more. Once you're done with all these changes, go ahead and press the Save Changes button, and then from there you can go ahead and restart your server. Let me know what your go-to mods are in the comments section, and thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions or video suggestions, then please drop them in the comments or reach out through my Discord linked in the description, and have a fantastic day.